What's up? It's Sali here from Vāna and the Silver YouTube channel and Sali 57, and you're watching Channa 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 podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of my podcast. We have a special guest today, all the way from Sri Lanka. We have Mr. Sali Liyanage or SL Bro. Hi, hi bro.
Hi, Aya. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing okay.
So
Well,
what?
in this pandemic, doing okay. Hopefully,
So how is the situation now, Mali, in Sri Lanka?
in Sri Lanka, well, I'm in Colombo, so I'm not in lockdown. I can travel. It's pretty much like a hotel room where you can check out, but you cannot leave.
Right.
Colombo right now. You can check out anytime, but you cannot leave.
Never leave. We are Hotel California, right?
Yeah.
So what you been up to these couple of days recently with this all this pandemic and everything? What you been up to?
Well, if you're talking about couple of days, I spent all night yesterday and I did a cover of one of my favorite bands. They're from France. They're called Desperate. I did a cover of their song called Suffering.
Right,
And yeah, if you watch this video, you probably would recognize me because I wear a mask.
right,
So I wear a mask when I wear a mask when I perform because well, the funny reason is I look ugly when I sing. But if you're talking about the actual reason, it's not to hide my face. It's not to have a secret identity or anything. It's just that that's how I represent myself in the music that I perform. So it's
right.
just a performance. It's just an art. I was inspired to wear a mask by Slipknot, and Slipknot was the band I came to the metal industry with. So yeah, that's how I got into the mask, and I've been covering a song of Desperate Suffering, and been working on Vāna and a few other projects.
Yeah, I saw the video and it's pretty amazing. And thank you for
Thank
posting
you.
that because I actually discovered that band because of your video.
I actually discovered this from a meme. They made a meme, and I'm a big time meme lover. I own a couple of meme pages. I'm an admin in a couple of meme pages and some meme groups. So
Right.
uh, like I'm a huge meme fan. So I got into that band because of a certain meme.
Yeah, so I got to know you from actually I started this podcast and I did a episode on paranoid earthling. I talked to Mirshad, right? So
Okay.
I was doing some research on paranoid earthling, so I went to YouTube and then I discovered your YouTube video that you did about paranoid earthling. So
Okay.
right, so it really helped me to do that because you actually got everything covered that I wanted to discuss with Mirshad, because you had all the topics already, so it was really easy for me to do it. So that's how I got to know the SL your YouTube page.
Oh,
And then
okay.
yeah, and then eventually we got connected in Facebook and WhatsApp and all this.
Yeah.
So we know.
I've seen your podcast and I've seen your battlers. I was like, damn, okay. And then I saw Channa. I was like, wait, you're from another. Oh, he's a Sri Lankan. And then I add you up, and you're like, hey man, what's up? So, and then we
Yes,
got to know perfectly because of the WhatsApp group.
right. There's
Sri Lankan
several
Rockers Hub.
actually now, right? The Sri Lankan Rockers Hub and Hub 2 and all these different groups now.
Yeah, Brothers of Metal, Linkin Park Soldiers, lots of group. I mean, it's such amazing. Like when people make this group because it helps people get connected and all. Like I've
Right,
seen people like working so hard on these groups, like they put all their time and effort to build up their group and maintain it properly with
right.
around over 250 members, and they are very close, they're very friendly with every single person, so it's not an easy task what they're doing.
Right.
And
So
it's all on Facebook, so anyone can join that as well. That's the thing, like it's not like a secret community, it's like we are an open community now.
right. I actually founded something called Metal Royalties Philippines. So this is people who go to gigs and who goes to the meet and greets and who goes to the the fence and who's in front of the stage. So I created a community where it's these people who goes to concerts like regularly. So all these people got together. So we have about like 60, 70 members in that group. It's like a member only group. But
Okay.
you have to show proof that you have been in a concert, and you have to be in front of the stage, like on the first row and all that.
Okay.
So it's a very limited community, but I started that, and then we actually started doing concerts as well as a promotion.
Okay.
So that's what I do. So, bro, can you tell me a little bit about your childhood, because I'm really interested. How do you get into metal?
Well, okay. First of all, there are like sides of a story where I cannot publicize and I can publicize. So
Right.
if it was just you, I would be telling the full story. But now, since this is a podcast, I'm going to tell you, uh, well, let's say a censored version of pretty much how I got into metal scene.
Right.
So this was in 2006 or 7. I was going through a tough childhood, and I was with my cousins, and that's how they taught me how to use the computer and all. And that was the time where I discovered a song from Stigmata called Andura. Okay,
Right. Right.
so like my cousin brothers, they are not metal fans. They think that metal and rock is the same song. I don't want to get beaten up if they watch this podcast. So they were looking at it and they didn't like, okay, I don't care. And they were looking at it because it was a metal concert in Sri Lanka, and I saw the Stigmata t-shirt, people wearing Slipknot t-shirts and all, and like I got interested. I was like, wow, what the hell is this? So then they didn't really care, and I was looking at how they typed it, and like for the next 3-4 months, I go to YouTube, I can only type Andura, and then I click the first video. That's the only way I learned how to use a computer. So that's how I got into Sri Lankan metal. Was actually the first thing I listened to rather
Right.
than coming to metal. And then few years later, I listened to Slipknot. I'm a huge fan of Slipknot. Like that's the that's in top of my vest right here. Like
Right.
this is my favorite album. People equal shit. So like that's how I got into metal. And my uncle had a CD, the Disaster Piece London Live 2002 CD,
Right.
and I was watching that and I was like, wow, these guys are crazy. Like like I saw everything like behind the scenes, like how they get into it, the mask, like why they wear the mask, and like I got so into it, and then I started discovering other bands.
Right. So Stigmata and then Slipknot. So what are the other bands you loved back then?
Back then, I would say, well, Slipknot, and more Slipknot. But apart from that, I would listen to. I wouldn't say I have like a how would I say, like it wasn't very big, like the metal knowledge I had, like System of a Down. I would listen to System of a Down, Disturbed,
Hmm.
Mudvayne. It was mostly new metal, so I
Right.
would mostly listen to new metal and all, and deathcore, metalcore, like Bullet for My Valentine, things like that. That's how I started metal, but now I listen to way more messed up. Like I listen to depressive, suicidal black metal. I'm a big fan of Silencer,
Right.
and big fan of Mayhem. Like I wouldn't say I would say a fan of Mayhem, like because I still need to get the T-shirt of Mayhem. It's a joke. I
Right.
still because I'm fan of Mayhem. I like a lot of metal band, like black metal bands. Like I'm a big fan of the Sri Lankan black metal scene. Like the music they put out from Ravan Command, like Genocide Shrines, Funeral in Heaven, Conflict. Like
Hmm.
that's some like good shit. Like, and Dishti, if you're talking about the back and metal battle winners, Dishti. Like I'm a big fan of them. So yeah, like my music interest changed from new metal to black metal, and I listen to. It's not only metal that I'm interested. I do listen to hip hop as well.
Hmm.
I discover a lot of music, so I'm very interested in music, and I'm very interested in metal music. So every day you learn something new. Like
Right.
every day you discover a new band.
So Sali, what was your first concert?
My first concert, well, when I was in England, I did go see a gig, but like it wasn't like a metal gig, and I did play with a band because I got a bass when I was in England, and there was this black metal band. They didn't have a proper name, so they would call themselves Dom Satanas Brighton.
Right.
Okay, so it's like a hot name of a hotel room or something like Dom Satanas Brighton. We welcome you 24/7 open. So something like that, and like it was a black metal band, and I would like play distorted bass. They had two bass players, but these guys, they were like crazy. They were messed up. They would like put pig's blood on their face, and they would start recording and all. And due to a fight which happened between them, like I got out, and like I never got in touch with them again. So
Right.
like the bass player, it was something like what Mayhem did. Like the bass player had he had some business with the guitarist, and they had a fight. And like I was like, "Erangolla pigia," and then I was like, I left there.
Right. Right.
I didn't want to get involved in the fight. And the first concert that I came was, it was in Sri Lanka. Especially thanks to Yasmin Yusuf. She was the one who told me about this. I was like, "Oh, there's metal concerts still in Sri Lanka. Then there are a lot of bands. Like I didn't know about this."
Right.
And the first concert I went to, I got the ticket for free because there was a giveaway,
Right.
and I kept annoying the admins of Mosh Cream Rock page. Like I was like, "Did I win it yet? Did I win it yet? What do I have to do? I will share. I will share. I will share. I will share. I will share." And they were like, "Ah, good one." And then they were like, "Okay, you won." And I went there with my previous drummer in Vāna,
Right.
and like back like at that time Vāna was like it was like a concept, but it was never a lineup. So we
Right.
would like play together, scream and all. I didn't know how to scream properly, so I would be like ah! And then that's like I went there, and then I got motivated. I did my research on Sri Lankan metal music, and huge thanks to Jerick from Genetic Fallacy. I mean, he got me connected so much. He taught me how to growl. He invited me to Headbang Theory, and he got me in contact with Pupudu Surya Peruma from Surya Brothers, Pubudaya, and like the community in Sri Lanka. They are so like they're so helping. Like it's like hondata hondai narakata ita hondai. They are like that good.
Right.
So that's how they got me in contact with everyone. Like, and I went from Mushroom Rock to Headbang Theory to No Covers Allowed to Colombo Open Air to No Covers Allowed, and then pandemic.
Yeah. So so I grew up in Nigambo. So I actually, my house is like very close to Jerick's house. So it's like
Okay.
it's just like few blocks away, I believe. So although we haven't met yet, we just talk on their. We did a podcast on genetic fallacy earlier. So
Yeah. I'm a big fan of them, so I did watch them. Like
yeah, so,
I love their songs. Like it's like because Jerick, he tells me everything. Like he tells me the whole meaning of the song. Like then you get like you get to hear the both sides of the story. Like not what I think, but what it was actually made, and that like makes a lot of sense. I was like you know what I'm saying? Like
right,
it's
right.
amazing. Like when they teach, like when they actually tell you individually what that song means. Like he would spend hours and hours texting me about everything about what it means and all. And like that's why I'm a huge fan of genetic fallacy. Like if they make a patch, I would put them right here.
Right, right. Yeah, because when I, when back in the day, so I used to go from Nigambo to concerts in Colombo when like those days when there were like Rock Company and those were the days like Stigmata and all the bands were coming up. So we used to travel from Nigambo, and
Oh, okay.
I was so proud when I heard that there is a metal band in Nigambo like Genetic Fallacy, and I was like,
After he said,
yeah,
yeah,
it's so amazing to have that, like, because
yeah.
back in the day it
And
was
they're also promoting the metal industry in Nigambo as well, like events like Headbang Theory and
right,
all.
right. So Sali, when did you started your YouTube channel, and what inspired you to do that?
Well, I would have to say this first things first. I did not start it as a like a music related channel or event related channel. I actually started out wrongly because like I tried to get into vlogging. Like I was one of the first vloggers in Sri Lanka. I started this in 2016, but I've been making vlogs since 2013. So I started uploading them. Like I was studying about YouTube like from 2005. Like that's when like YouTube like came into the whole scene, and it was one of our school projects to make a YouTube account.
Right.
So long story short, that account got hacked because I did some stupid shit, and like I've been studying about YouTube and like how it works, and I'm a big fan of KSI, Deji, like vloggers like that. PewDiePie. I've actually met PewDiePie twice in Brighton. PewDiePie is the world's biggest YouTuber with over 100 million subscribers, and both the
Right.
times my phone was switched off, so I couldn't take a picture. But then again, I enjoyed the moment. He gave me a fist bump, so it was really cool meeting him, and he's actually shorter in person.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into, like, I started this as a vlogging channel. Like I would just make up random videos, and people actually liked it. Then I went to skits. Then I went to comedy. Then I slowly started realizing what people want, and I started making videos for what people want. And then I took a break because I was forced to take a break. And after that, like, it became like really weird. I didn't want to do YouTube videos again. I lost my motivation and all. And then I came to Sri Lanka again. So then I started, like, I found a content which people loved. And I'm not gonna say that I started as Mr. Perfect. Like, no, people didn't like my content when I uploaded it because I was doing crazy shit. Like, I started with stupid random videos, and like it was hard for me to adapt. Like all of a sudden, when I started doing like serious content, like metal events, and that's how I slowly started getting into. Like, I did my research, and I would like to thank Kubudaya because he said three words that I still listened up today: do your research. That three words, after hearing that three words, I did my research a lot, and he helped me get the knowledge of everything. If I don't know, I would call him, like, at sometimes at like 3 a.m. In 3 a.m. I would call him and be like, what? And then I was like, what is this? And he's like, oh yeah, let me tell you what that means. And he would like tell me about everything. So that's how I like finally found what I need to make. So it's now SL is about music related content, events, not just music events, is gaming events, Comic Con. And when I say music, it's mostly metal. But then again, like, I support local music, like what Yasmin is doing from Decibel.lk. And yeah, I support local music. I want to like help others, like, because I got contacts where people can like I know friends who produce music, and they just do it for me for free, so I can help like people who want to come, who cannot afford it. I can help them out by like doing this for free and uploading in my channel, which has 2.5k subscribers. I hit 2.5k subscribers on my YouTube channel after 4 years.
Right.
So like that's how my content goes these days now.
Right. I saw this video you put on your Facebook. There was this thing that people thought that you actually died, right?
Okay. Well, I don't know if I should say this context, but you can edit it out if if it's not appropriate. So there was this Indian company who were making a movie about the previous terrorist leader in Sri Lanka called the
Right.
Raging Tiger,
Yeah.
and I put some comments just to piss the people off. I'm an internet troll. I troll the shit out of people. There was this group who, like, I was their top one contributor, and like they like muted me, and like I got so pissed off. Like, I trolled them yesterday when I got kicked out of some groups. Like, I troll people. I get into trouble. I troll people. That's something I do. That's something I'm not gonna change as well. So like uh, anyhow, the comment got reported, and I got banned for 3 days, and again I got banned for 7 days. It got re-reported again. Okay, so some people really hate me, so they
Right.
reported it again, and it got banned for 7 days. So people are like, rest in peace, Sali. And they just made funny posts, and everyone knew what was happening because I was talking in groups and all. And then I like at 8 p.m. I just went to bed because I was so sleepy. And then I see like hundreds of posts saying, rest in peace, Sali, rest in peace, Sali, you were a good one. Gone too soon. And like I get like there are like hundreds of missed calls, like messages, and This one girl, I can't tell you who the name is. Her mom was calling my mom, and her mom was also crying, thinking that I actually died. And like they got so pissed off. Like I still lose some of my friends. Like they were like they're still pissed. They think that I did this on purpose. It was
Right.
my friends who did it. I couldn't do anything. Like I can tell them to take it off, but then I asked them to delete everything, and I had to make a post on YouTube, video on YouTube as well. And even the video, I want to piss off more people. So, and I wanted to find out who actually watches my video. So what I did was I put rest in peace, SL bro, Sali Liyanage. And then people, even without watching the video, they were like, Ado, for real? How did he die? Ado, sad, bro. Like they watched the first clip and they skip the rest. So now I know, I know that you don't watch the whole video.
Yeah, because I saw actually sometimes I see your comments on like Trump's page or Donald Trump's page or something. I saw your one
Oh,
of your
yeah.
comments in Donald Trump's page.
And I troll a lot of people because I troll politicians and I troll vegans.
Right.
Vegans hate me, like, and K-pop stands. Like I don't hate the genre. Okay, it's just that I don't like the toxic fan base because like if I'll be like K-pop, and then the next day people are gonna start attacking you like hell.
Right.
Like K-pop fans are some next level people, man. Like you don't want to mess with them. They will find you and they will legit kill you.
Right.
They're some next level people.
What do you think about these people, this culture that everybody is so easily offended? Like they cannot take a joke or they cannot. Why do you think that is?
I actually say something, but I don't think. I mean, can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So what I tell is, so when they get offended and when it's like the fourth stage, okay, like that's first stage, like dislike, second stage angry, yeah, third stage hate comment, fourth stage message him privately, fifth stage sharing and making hate posts. So when it comes to the fourth stage, and they'll be like, I'm gonna be like, why? What's your problem? You can take a dick, but you can't take a joke. Like that's all, and then they just block me directly.
Right.
There's a word for people like this. They're called snowflakes. Like even the smallest thing they get offended. Like I mean, like if it's a guy we're talking about, if the guy like shows like toxic masculinity and all, and they get offended over some stupid shit like that, you can't call them a guy.
Right.
Like because internet is all about trolling. Like you've seen my post, right? You're a friend of mine on Facebook,
Yeah.
and like when people get offended, like I just laugh. I like that's what I do to fun. Like just like Jehan said, "Eka vena maathal like appa." So like that's something different. And like when people get offended, they think that they are winning, but it's just that we are having a good time seeing them pissed off.
Right.
Like there are proper people, like there are proper, they're like if you take K-pop fans, there are K-pop fans who like love K-pop, they are crazy over K-pop, but if you make a joke they just laugh and they move on. They're not gonna be like, oh no, don't say about that Nikki. They don't do stuff like that, like
Right.
they're- it's there in almost every people. It doesn't matter K-pop, it doesn't matter memes, it doesn't matter motorcycle related. There's gonna be one snowflakes who gets triggered over everything.
Yeah. The problem is getting offended is fine, but sometimes this goes too much where they will try to cancel you or they will try to
Yeah,
take you
like
offline.
Joji,
So
like George is a K-pop. I don't know if he does K-pop or anything, but he was called Filthy Frank. Okay, Filthy Frank is like a troller.
mm,
Have you watched the video? The guy goes like he jumps and be like, "I'm gay." So that was Filthy Frank. And now he's like a K-pop star. He does. I don't know if it's K-pop. And then the K-pop fans found out and they cancelled him because he
right.
was making fun of people. So and like I hate it when people like when they lose an argument when they try to like personally attack you.
Yeah.
Like when they don't have facts, they're like, you're not even like that. Like it's one weird thing. Like it's hard sometimes for people like to change their mindset. And they get other people involved in it, and that's not cool. Like you need to fight your own battle.
Yeah. And I mean, if you have time to like go and look for these people and report, I think, I mean, do you really have time to do it? Because you can spend that time
you
on something else, right?
no, you know what happened? Like there was my post from 2019. You have seen me how much I shit post on Facebook. I post over 100. I share over 100 posts a day.
Right.
And to go back to 2019 to report my things, imagine how jobless they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they can watch porn. Like that would be at least productive instead of like scrolling and report something that I did. And even the report was something like it was some people who were cheating in a airsoft game. Like I play airsoft, like
Right.
and they were using full auto, and then I was like trolling them. Okay, and they reported that comment like from 2019. It was just a post I shared. So they can't even go to the video and say like, "Oh no, I found it in this video." No, they went through my account and they found it and they reported
Hmm.
it. Just messed up.
So, what do you think about the response to your YouTube channel? You're happy with your response? What how it's
well, well, this is something I can say. You never made it until you have haters. So I can say 90% of people I know are haters, and well, I got bad response when I started out, but then again, a lot of people get bad response when they start out. And I can't say I'm an experienced person because YouTube, I've only been there for 4 years, but
Hmm.
for somewhat extent, I am experienced than others because like I brought the whole like proper, like not travel vlogging, like proper day to day daily vlogging content into Sri Lanka. Like when I did it, I did my research. No one else did it. Like while I was doing it, there was another vlogger called Dushmanta Vlogs, and that's how like even we got like to know each other and like we did vlogging.
Hmm.
So like the feedback I get was like when you start out, everyone's gonna support you, and then there's gonna be a time when they criticize you, and then there's gonna be when they laugh at you, like even Mahatma Gandhi said this, right?
Right.
And then there's gonna be a time where they hate you, and then like after everything, they are gonna appreciate you. I've been hated a lot, and recently I can't tell you. I can't like I will tell you later, but not in the podcast. I will tell you what happened. Like there were some issues in Vāna. Like there were some issues with the members of Vāna, and like Vāna became one of the most hated metal bands in Sri Lanka because a lot of people hated it. And long story short, the lineup has changed, and we released a song, and then people start to appreciate you. Like once you show them that you improved, once you take what they're saying, like instead of like ignoring them, once you acknowledge what they're saying, and once you learn from your mistakes, then they start appreciating you. Like that's how, like, for a lot of people, like when people try to put you down, just go with it, fight, because if you give up, you just give up. But if you fight for it, and if you come up, you learn from your mistakes, then they're going to appreciate you more than ever. Then they're going to give you something called respect. Then you
Hmm.
earn the respect.
Right. One of the videos that I really like what you did is the Colombo Open Air coverage, which was one of your best videos. Can you tell me about that event?
Yes, I think I have the event pass. I got the event pass at the end of the event when
Hmm.
everyone was leaving. I was like, "Boo there, boo there, boo there," and I'm gonna pass at the nego. And then he was like, "Ah, Megan, Megan," and so that was the first event I've been sponsored, and I made a earning from YouTube. So massive thanks to Pubudaya, because like when everyone like didn't care who I was, he actually believed in me.
Hmm.
I had like around 1,000 subscribers, and he believed in me. He told, "Look, you do this properly, I'm gonna give you a five-figure amount," and he did give me the five-figure amount as well. And he did pretty much everything. He gave me all access. He didn't even charge me for tickets, like, because I was the official sponsor, and my logo went on air for the first time. So it was like a huge success for me. It was like and I rented out a cameraman.
Hmm.
Like I want to do this properly, so I rented out a cameraman. I got proper cameraman, and Yasmin, she even gave me a microphone. Like she let me keep the microphone. She gave me a Rode microphone as well. So I would say that after coming into the metal scene, like, people have been helping out a lot. And I knew Yasmin before the metal scene. I knew Yasmin when I had like less than 200 subscribers. I knew Yasmin when like, yeah, like 20, 26 subscribers. and I wasn't even in the metal scene. I was in Sri Lanka, but I wasn't even in the metal scene. Like
Mm.
I was like listened to metal, but it was only Stigmata, and that was the first day I met Yasmin. I met Suresh Iyer from Stigmata, and then I got to know that these people are so nice. Like when someone tells about metalheads, this is what they think of. I like Satan. Like that's what they think. But like
Right.
people are so nice. Like when I look at them with like other, I'm not gonna disrespect other communities, but when I like see other community, I'm not talking about music, I'm talking about many communities. Like these people are so helpful, and they don't just rise, they get others and rise. Like uh, perfect example, genetic fallacy. Genetic fallacy went on metal Messiah radio, and then the next time they got lot of Sri Lankan metal bands, and they put them also into the radio. They gave opportunity to Sri Lankan metal bands instead of rising just by themselves. Like they could have easily gone to other bands. They could have kept their mouth shut, but they didn't do that. They give opportunities and they help others. And like even like not only Jeric, like a lot of people from Genetic Fellas, like Sachitaya, like he was the first one who he was the first one who bought my track when the Vāna Dark Light track, when I released it. He was the first person who bought it. He
Mm.
was like, uh, ඔන්න මන් දැන් ගත්තා bro මේ දාපු ගාම. And then like this was even in the time of the issue. This was the time where Vāna had issues with everyone else. Like especially like it was one hard time, and then yeah, like it was messed up. And like when people, like when they show that they actually care, it's something way more different.
Right.
Like you don't know how to express it.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I've been also like kind trying to do, because I really love the scene in Sri Lanka. So that's why I've been supporting a lot of bands, and whenever they want to come in and talk about, because uh, that's one of the reasons I keep on doing this podcast, because I can help a lot of bands to expose
I
their
know, I know.
music, and especially with the pandemic where there's no more opportunities to put out there, there's no outlet anymore,
I
right?
know. Yeah. And I had to come. Where did my cat go? Sorry, I had to come to my house to like do this properly, because this is the place where I do pretty
Right,
much everything. Like I can show you around. This is like how I do my computer and my green screen, and
right,
this is where I do. This is the same place I did my cover video as well yesterday for you. I've sent you the video. They're gonna upload it. I've sent it to the vocalist of Desperate, and he's such
right,
a nice person as well. He This is a French band who are like, they are like properly established. They are like a properly established band, and he speaks with me for hours and hours. He just texts me on and on, and I can flex saying that I have seen him without the mask at all.
right, right, right. So can you tell me a little bit about Vāna? So how is this concept started, idea started, and how the band started?
Okay, do you know what this is?
What is that? Yeah,
Okay, this is Vāna Yakada.
right,
Okay,
right. Yeah,
this is the same material used to make houses, house structure. This is the thing which keeps a structure together.
right,
And this is the metal used to make swords. We are Vana, we are metal of swords, we are pure destruction. But then again, we are also structure who stick together.
right,
So that's how I got the concept of Vana. Like I started this with our ex drummer when I was in England. I was going through a really hard time. It was some messed up time. I was like, okay, like I was like suicidal. It was that messed up, and metal helped me get over it. And that's when I started like making songs about self harm, suicide, and depression. I mean, I've done everything. I've self harmed. I was suicidal. I've had depression, and what most people think is like when you tell that you have depression, they think that you're an attention seeker. So that's why I wanted to make this in another form of art. So that's when I decided to learn how to sing, how to growl. I can't sing for shit. Now I'm learning,
mm,
but I can growl really good, and I'm very proud of it. I can do inhale screams. And currently, I'm going to hold the world record for the longest inhale scream. I want to get it to Sri Lanka. Currently, it's from Sweden. It's 41 seconds.
Mm.
I have unofficially beat it for more than 1 minute 30 seconds. So I'm trying to practice to get it for 2 minutes, and I'm gonna try to hold the world record for the longest inhale scream. So like I put all of this into one whole concept, and like I wanted to start Vāna, when it started, it was like nothing. And this battle vest, this is like 20-year-old battle vest. And
Mm.
this is like how I legit started Vāna. Like, this was a gift from my dad to my mom. This was the first gift that my dad gave my mom. And I took the jacket and I cut it and I put Vāna here.
Right.
Okay. And I wanted to start a band. And then me and the previous members, we had some issues. Then the band broke up, and then I started a proper lineup. It was November the 3rd. Okay, November the 3rd last year we started. So for this month, it has officially been 1 year of Vāna. So I'm gonna do a video about that as well pretty really soon. It's just that I don't have the time. I have a lot of videos to do.
Mm.
So I'm gonna. So that's how we started Vāna. We started Vāna like it was just me and a drummer. Then some shit happened. Then it was me, another vocalist, a guitarist, and another guitarist, no drummer. So I would have to play drum because I learned shape teke how to play some drums. And that's how we started. And we did a cover of Abyss Shattered.
Mm.
And that we just practiced Shattered for until we had a band chemistry, and then we got into originals. And then we started the Dark Light because that was something that I had in my head for a long time, like the riff, like ta na 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 na. So I got that, and I wrote the lyrics with our ex-guitarist who is in Australia right now, Charlita. He was the one who put up the band together. Like he brought everyone, and he even paid for the studio session, like all from his money, like 1,200. That I mean, like I didn't have a job at that time, and then he paid for that, and he got the band together. And it was me and him who wrote the song "The Dark Light," and I sent it to some people, and we improved it. Like I did the basic structure, and then he did this research, and he got like some Amaru words and like complicated words, and then he put it into that, and then that's how we started the Dark Light. And the Dark Light, a lot of people helped make the Dark Light, especially Mishaya from Whirlwind. He was like, "Yeah, brother, you do it and you send it to me. I'll mix and master." And then just like he said it, I went in the morning. He mixed it and mastered it for me, and he sent it. And I called him again, and I said there's some issues, and then he did it in the night, and he sent it again.
Right.
So that's how we released Vāna. We are the second nu metal band from Sri Lanka to release a track. The first is Karma 9. That's up to my knowledge. That's up to my knowledge. Like I don't know if there was previous bands. So that's how we did Vāna. And well, here's something that a lot of people would like to know. We are going to remake the track Vāna Dark Light, and we are going to re-release it with a music video. We are going to re-record it properly. We are going to add more guitarists. We took your feedback and we fucking put into consideration, and we did something. So something new is going to happen. We are going to record it professional because Vāna, I'm going to tell you this, Vāna was recorded from my phone. Except the microphone, it was recorded from my phone. So even the guitars, we put our phone onto an amp and then we recorded it. So to get the echo, we had like 4 layers. We recorded one outdoor, we recorded one indoor, we recorded one in the studio, and we recorded one in the bathroom just to get the echo. And that's how we like made like we made like proper clean tracks. And I I lived next to a cemetery, and I went to the cemetery and I started screaming to record the vocals. And this was at like 2 a.m. and like people would show up, like they would put the torch out, they're all back, and we're like, "Ah!" And the people would start running out of there. And I would record that. And I like I said, I'm a troll. I make fun of people. I get one day I'm gonna get a good beating from someone. Like it's not that long. I know I'm gonna get into a lot of trouble. I've been given enough death threats. I've been given enough threats to be sued. I even yesterday a group had been told that if I started taking screenshots and doing random shit, that admin is going to put a lawsuit that would knock the reality out of me. So I do stupid shit. That's my personal life.
Right.
That's how we recorded Vāna, the Dark Light, and we got it out. Thank you so much for Shiharaki from Shihara.com. She gave us a platform, and we made about 10 sales. So that was like, yeah. And then now it's on Bandcamp for everyone to listen for free.
Right.
And we put out we put out the concept concept video on YouTube. If you saw, you see me walking around the cemetery, right?
Right.
And
Right.
that's the cemetery we recorded. And I was wearing a mask, so I was wearing this mask. So imagine at like 2 a.m., 2 a.m., someone sees me with a kiss me mask with blood. Okay, so this is actual blood and paint. This is actual blood and paint, and even there are like no eyes. So imagine seeing this with this hair, right? Like coming like, and then like the hug giddy, I would like blow that,
Right.
and like that. That's how like people they like look at, and then I come and they start getting they are gonna piss their pants, and then I started shaking for the music video. It's all recorded from my phone,
Right.
everything.
So
That's how
Vana,
Vana was made.
although you I mean you describe it as new metal, but I feel that the subject matter and sort of themes is more related to like black metal, right?
Uh, well, you could say black metal. It's just that we didn't like originally we didn't have like a proper genre. We started as a black metal band, and
Right.
then we got into black and death, and then we got into black and melodic death. But now when I like listen to it, I feel like it's more like black and melodic death. It's just that I do not like to put a specific genre on Vana because we play metal. We play metal. We play extreme Sri Lankan metal. That's what I would like to call the genre. We play extreme Sri Lankan metal, and there are nu metal elements in it, and there are a lot of groove metal elements in it.
Mm.
And if you see the concept, it's mostly like depressive, suicidal. No, it's like more like suicidal black metal, not depressive. It's
Right.
about depression, but like the whole structure goes as suicidal black metal and death metal.
So what your thoughts on, have you seen this video you remember when so we had a lot of tragic suicides last year and early this year, right? With you know Chris Cornell passed away, and then Chester Bennington passed away from Linkin Park, and one of the songs that I always listen because One More Light from Linkin Park, where
Yeah,
Chester performed during Chris Cornell's tribute, right? So and
yeah,
and and the tragic thing is he also passed away in the same way. He went on suicide, and
yeah.
lot of people don't take the depression seriously, right? Especially I think,
I know, like
yeah.
it's very fucked up because like if you see like the proper music creators like Kurt Cobain, Chester Bennington, dead from Mayhem, like if they think like, oh, black metal, like yeah, it's supposed to be scary, but no, like depression exists in everyone. It doesn't matter death metal, black metal, nu metal, it ex- like it doesn't matter who you are. If you are depressed, you need to get help. Like you need
Right.
to legit get help. I've been working with charities in UK, and I'm looking for charities in Sri Lanka, and I want to help them. Like when we release Vana the Dark Light, this is something that I haven't said before. When we release the Vana Dark Light, if we ever get a sponsor, after covering the band, like after covering all the charges, all profits, every single penny will be given to charity if we have a mental health charity in Sri Lanka. Now people would say like, oh, why mental health? You can help someone feed. Like, no, there are people doing this. This is
Right.
our fucking money, and this is something that we want to do.
Right.
Like mental health, people don't take it serious. Like I can't say shit because some people are gonna watch this podcast and people who want to judge me. Like people even I knew, even like the closest people I knew, even our own blood, like a lot of people, they think that when you have mental health, it's embarrassment.
Right.
Like people don't like it when you say that you are mentally unstable. Me, I have depression, but I know how to cope up with it. Depression is not always attention seeking. Depression is when you cannot focus on your mind, when you're feeling low, when you don't know what the fuck you're going to do. Like because I've been having ADHD since I was like grade 1. So I was taking like medicine to go through my school, and I was bullied in school for depression. Like, this is messed up because the person who told everyone that I was mentally ill was my own teacher in school. The teacher started bullying me, so
Hmm.
everyone just picked it up. And there was this time where I went full crazy. Okay, the guy legit gave me a pen with a sharpener onto it, and he threw it at me. Okay, and then he started putting his face on my hand, and the only thing I could defend was that pen with the sharpener blade. And when I had to defend myself, I was the one who got suspended, and I had to get two letters from two mental doctors saying that I am mentally stable to go to school and not kill anyone. So, like, when you have mental health issues, people, they just try to put you down. They think that depression is attention seeking. I'm not gonna reject that. There are a lot of attention seekers saying, but then again, it's not just depression. They attention seek for pretty much everything. And even attention seeking is also a mental disorder which people cannot help.
Right.
Me personally, I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or better known as ADHD, and that is something messed up to have. But then again, I know how to cope up with it. I'm not gonna bitch about it in social media. If it's something about me, I'm gonna deal by myself. But then again, I'm gonna raise awareness because there are people who do not know how to cope up with it. That's why I'm gonna even tell this in this podcast.
Yeah,
People
because
don't take these things seriously.
yeah, because especially the Asian cultures like Sri Lanka, because they don't understand that this can happen to anybody, right? Not
It
it's
can happen to anybody.
yeah.
Like,
So
even in Vāna, the samples, the Vāna samples, everything was from Sri Lanka. None of them were from, like, you heard the Vāna samples, right? Where the mom screams like "Ane mage daruwa
right,
amat genalla denna," and
right,
then mage daruwata aadare tibune naha, lamaya aadare soyagena giya. Like, those are everything Sri Lankan. And when people, like, if you hear the screams in the background, this was from when a Jaffna worker who couldn't feed his family, he struck himself on the electricity towers, and
right.
then he blasted, and that was the screams of people when they see a dead body. They can scream after a person died, they can cry, they can hurt themselves, but that doesn't change the fact that they weren't there when they needed that person the most.
Mm, right, right,
So, like, if I can say something is uh, please, like, when someone is going through some things, please be there for them. Do not take it as a joke, because trust me, it can be too late, because I've lost people from suicide as well, and I wish that I was there for them when they needed
yeah. Actually, that's why I've been very critical of these lockdowns and everything, because a lot of people are struggling with mental health because they're not used to staying home, and especially they have lot of people have economic problems, right? Because they have to feed their
me.
families and
Yes.
all that, and then men, especially men, because they're stuck in at home, and then they're going through depression. So a lot of people think, oh, you're just staying home, so what's the problem? But I think people need to look at the mental health of everyone, right? Because it's a big problem.
I know. Yes. And, like, the government is not doing anything about that as well.
Yeah.
සුදුවන්න කැවිලා අරන් දන්නේ දැන්.
No, what I'm thinking is
20th
because
Amendment.
people are just thinking about, okay, how many people are getting the virus, but there might be so many people who are already struggling with depression, right?
Yeah, and then, like, even the government doesn't, like, take proper, like, they need to think about a person mental health. Like, even when they give the 5,000 rupee, people have to go to a Grama Sevak office, stay in the line while being embarrassed by everyone, and then get it.
Right.
I mean, can't they, like, get a vehicle and give the
Yes.
money, go to homes and give the money?
Right. Right.
Like, it's like the government, they, like, I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna say it, because, like, they think they are living in the past. They, like, need to improvise. They need to know that they need to, like, make up their mindset, saying that no, mental health, it's a real problem, we need to do something about it. And even in Angoda, the mental health ward, they don't take care of patients, because I did my research.
Hmm.
If the patients don't take their medicine, they would just beat them up. There are no psychologists, there are no psychiatrists in Sri Lanka in the government sector. It's only private. There are, there are less than 20 medical professionals who are in mental health. Like,
Right.
people need to know about this. Like, they need to do something about this. And now, luckily, now because of the education system which is improving in Sri Lanka, shape they are learning about mental health, and there are doctors coming from psychology, and there are doctors coming from psychiatrists, psychologists are forming up in Sri Lanka. Thankfully, finally, at least.
Right. So, so Sali, what's the status of Vāna now, and what are you planning to do with Vāna?
Well, it's sad to say that Vāna is on pause because the drummer Sajana Paranagama, he got selected to Jaffna Uni. Congrats, Sajana. So he has to go to Jaffna and he won't be able to make it. And the bassist, he had to leave because he's doing his exams and he has a job, so he cannot manage all that. Like he did stay for like a long time, but he says that he can't manage, and I don't want to keep him on purpose. And I used to play bass for Vana before, so I'm gonna go back to bass. And once we find a new drummer, we are gonna do it. And we are also getting a DJ for Vana. We are also getting a DJ to make like proper samples, a sample and a DJ. And I'm also working with another band which I cannot tell at the moment, a famous band from Sri Lanka which started out like way back. So I'm going there as samples, and I'm gonna audition for vocals as well. And I've also started another band called Silent Amendment. I can't tell the members yet. The members are from the metal scene, like proper people from the metal scene who has been there for a long time.
Right.
And yes, and I'm also working on my covers. I'm doing a hip hop project. So like hip hop and trap. Like I want to appreciate all types of music. Like there are like when they think of hip hop, they're gonna be like Lil Pump, like Gucci Gang, but no, like I'm talking about like actual like proper artists like Tupac Shakur, Notorious B.I.G., Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, people like that. Like and I'm working on those projects as well. So you're gonna see a lot of people are gonna see some new things. Like I'm studying these days. I'm studying. I'm doing my research. I'm gonna come out suddenly. I'm not gonna shape take a start. I'm gonna come out suddenly like a freaking cannonball.
Right. What do you think about the hip
So you're
hop
gonna see
scene?
some.
What do you think about the hip hop scene in Sri Lanka these days?
Hip hop scene. Oh, hip hop scene is good, but the people who are doing this, they are messed up. Like they think hip hop as like when Tupac said thug life. Thug life isn't about like having guns and like shooting each other. Thug life is more. It's like proper Satanism, and it's like proper Buddhism. It's like the rules of life. Okay, and that's thug life. Like, and like what people in Sri Lanka do is like I've seen like Sri Lankan rap videos. I'm not, I don't hate them, but I'm gonna fairly criticize them. Like what they say is about just smoking weed, doing drugs, killing everyone. Like I've been seeing this thing on TikTok where something goes like DD ගහගෙන gun එක ගහගෙන පිහියෙන් යනගෙන ගංජා ගහගෙන something like that. Like it gives the wrong impression to newcomers in the scene. It gives the wrong impression for people who start out as hip hop. Like I started in the hip hop scene because my uncle, he was in the hip hop scene. He was a DJ. He was the first person and the only person to bring Death Row Records to Sri Lanka, like registered Death Row record albums to Sri Lanka. He passed away sadly in 2015. But I got into hip hop because of my uncle, because he was like a proper, I would say, OG in the scene. Like he did Vibrations record, like not the current Vibrations record, the one before that. There was a thing called Vibrations record, like it was underground hip hop. So like there are like good members in who does hip hop in Sri Lanka. Like if you take Freaky J, who works with the producers of Snoop Dogg and Tupac, and Big Doggy, those guys are good. And even now Smokyo, people like the most mainstream rapper in Sri Lanka who claims to be underground. Now he's also good. He went to rehab. He had problems. He fixed them, and now he's like, now he's getting respected again. Like he used to go from Mudukuing Eliota like to like properly Eliota. Right. Now he's doing like proper music. So Sri Lankan hip hop culture, it's good. But then there are gonna be some worms who are ruining it. They're gonna be like, if you go to a concert called Samaje, it's just gonna be people smoking weed, doing ice, and I'm not against weed or anything, but I'm against ice. I'm against hard drugs, and like they are just messing up their own future. Like, poddak hitapang hadagannakan, then do whatever the fuck you want.
Right. Right. Yeah, because I heard that the saying because what Sri Lankans took from Bob Marley is not the message but just the weed, right?
Just the weed. And what's more messed up is like that gave a negative image to the older generations of Sri Lanka as well, because that, like,
Right.
now they think that weed is bad. Like, weed is illegal. It was illegal because of the Suddas. They came, they sold their tobacco to Sri Lankans, and they made weed illegal just to get more business. And like, I'm not මට පෝස්ට් හදන්න දන්නේ වීන් පේජස් වල කොහොමද කියන්නේ කියලා. And like that's what messed everything up. Like, people need to learn how to do properly. Like, the metal scene, they are very protective. If someone does stupid shit, uta bite off kulu and they fix that person up. Like I did stupid shit.
Right.
And people called me and they said not to do stupid shit, and I had to listen because I was doing something to the metal scene, and I don't want to be a joke to them. And I want to, like, of course, everyone wants to get respected, yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that's how the Sri Lankan metal scene, they are very protective. They are so they put their 100% effort, their commitment to their industry. I mean, metal industry did not exist in Sri Lanka. Like, Mishaya from Whirlwind, he said it in live TV, and like our people, like the current generation, they made it happen. They finally made it happen. They brought Wacken Metal Battle, thanks to Pupulaya. They brought Wacken Metal Battle to Sri Lanka to help bands. And like, as a metal musician, like I'm a musician, so one of the biggest dream is to perform at Wacken, and we now have the opportunity to do that. Like Mass Damnation from last year, Dishti from 2019, who was supposed to play this year, but it got cancelled.
Right. One thing with the metal community, generally even here and everywhere, what I feel is that one of the problems of metal community or metalheads is they tend to live in the past because they're not sometimes open to the new music. They're not, they look down on the new bands, younger bands, which as you can
can I do announcement?
Yeah.
Can I do announcement? මම මේ කියන්නේ මේ කතා කරන්න ඕනේ මට මුකුත් කියන්න එපා.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying it's just an observation because people don't respect the new bands, younger bands, because they think that okay, it's just always the all it's the big four, it's the all these old bands. But that's why I've been listening to a lot of new music, new bands, and even if just they're coming up, I would like to listen to them if they sound good. That's so. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, that's a problem for everyone. Like this is a problem that I got when I wore the mask. Everyone was like, "Oh, why are you wearing a mask? Are you gonna cover your face? Like, why don't you just show your face? Why are you copying others? Because well, if you talk about some bands, I don't want to mention the names. They are wearing a mask for a reason, right? Because of the music they put out, they have to stay low key because like they have to live in a society. At the end of the day, they are gonna have to do a day job like everyone else. They are gonna have to commute in the outside. So there is a reason to wear the mask. I personally wear the mask for the show, for the stage. It's about art, and like people, they had a problem with me wearing a mask because I brought something new. Like it's hard for them to adapt. Like I've seen people. I'm not saying that I brought the mask into Sri Lanka like mask, but I did something new which other people didn't do. Like it wasn't just a ski mask for me. I did a mask which was inspired by Slipknot, and which was inspired by one of my favorite movies, The Purge. So like when new things happen, like you need to do your research and you need to show facts why this is important. Like okay, like for example, I say I do this. Okay, now I'm Helmet Head. This is my metal band. then they should ask, why are you helmeted? Why are you putting a helmet? Now, if they say, if I just say, oh no, because my name is helmeted, I put the helmet. No, you need to have a reason why you are just gonna be like, you need to prove, you need to show facts. But then again, when you like show facts, there are gonna be people who are gonna personally attack you if you do not agree with them,
Right.
and you just have to live with it. Like, that's life. Like, there's gonna be haters no matter what you do. There are gonna be people who disagree with you at no matter what you do, how much you do it. They're gonna. I'm just checking my battery. Okay, okay. There are gonna be people who are gonna hate you. So you just have to live with it. That, like, you need to. If the person is toxic, you need to cut them out. If, like, you can try to change them, but like, if they cannot be changed, they cannot be changed. Like I've cut out a lot of toxic friends, and I cut out a lot of toxic people. Like, it's hard. Like, you, like, when you're doing something, like, when you're doing something new, it's especially hard, especially in Sri Lanka, because we are Sri Lankans and we have the Sri Lankan culture, even though it's hard to admit. Like, we have the culture of like being afraid. Like, homophobia still exists in a lot of people, right? Like, if someone, like, if you see a random couple making out,
Right.
now it's okay, but before, like, if you see, like, it would be illegal. Like, I mean, it's still illegal in Sri Lanka to show signs of affection according to the law. But if you see two homosexuals, like, if you see two men making out, people would like actually beat the shit out of them
Right.
in Sri Lanka. So, like, it takes time to adapt. Like, it's not easy. Like, it's like evolution now. Like, because, like, if you look at like Slipknot's old music and new music, people, like, a lot of people like their old music. Like, I personally, I love their old music compared to their new music. But then again, I'm a diehard fan of Slipknot, and I also like their new music. But it doesn't change the fact that I like their old music more. So people just have to understand that not everything's gonna stay in the same thing forever. Like, if you look Slayer, they disbanded, like, they retired, right? So, like, everything is gonna come into end. Like,
Right.
even the bands in Sri Lanka, even Vāna will also come to end one day.
Right.
So people need to adapt and improvise, because it's not gonna be the same thing forever. And, like, I'm not saying I can't, like, even though the people would disagree for what I'm saying, because I'm relatively new to the scene, but that doesn't mean that I didn't do my research. I did my research. I asked from people I didn't know, and one day in the future, I'm going to be a senior, and like, you need to like, this is the thing I see. Like, you need to treat everyone the same. That's the issue. Like, you can't see one person like bigger than you or one person smaller than you. Everyone needs to be the same, then only, like, the whole chemistry works with each other.
Hmm.
Like, and then when you grow up thinking that if you grow up looking at a bigger person and you grow up to them, then you're going to see people who are newcomers as people who are below you.
Right.
So this is just an open discussion that I'm having, but this may look like I'm discriminating people, and people would get offended for what I'm saying. But then again, this is a podcast. I have the freedom of speech. Well, not anymore because of the 20th Amendment, but I do. I am saying this. I'm just giving out my opinions, and this is just a talk. And people need to understand. Like,
Right.
you all guys, you can't take everything seriously. Like, chill a little, and like, you need to adapt, you need to improvise. Like, I'm a newcomer to the metal scene, and this is just my opinion.
Right.
Like, this is what I say.
Yeah.
What you at the bionic?
Yesterday you were telling me that you found out that Misha is actually your cousin when you went to a concert.
Yeah. So yeah, so my dad wanted to be like, "Munada oy bahana sindara kaya gana has who's gana manke appa chain hai na mang arang yan nangala." That was the time I did my job and I got my salary those days. I was like,
Right.
I had to cut out work, so like I gave my team leader like $500 and be like, "Mage vela dala tiyapan," and then I slowly sneaked out, and I went to this No Covers Allowed the last 2019,
Right.
and then I took my dad with me. he was like this. And then I went to the mosh pit. Okay, now I forgot to warn him what's a mosh pit. People like people from a certain label. I'm not gonna mention who, but if you were in a mosh pit, like if the viewers were in a mosh pit, you know who I'm talking about. The people who are scary to mosh pit. When they came, my dad came running towards me. Like when they came into the pit, I was like, no, 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 stay. We have and and then like what happened was like when I was coming, like when my dad was driving me, he saw Misha here. Hey, yaar, Gavani mama ki puta ne. I was like, "Kauda, kauda." He was like, "Hey, meha, unke appu kaada kata karo de Misha here. Lanka band ki kata karanni ma." You know? And then he came and he didn't see my dad. It was like, "Hello, Aya, this is my dad." And then he saw my dad. Me oyagila neyad. And then I was like, what the fuck? And I was like shivering, like, what? You and I are related? Like, what? And then at the end of the show, I stole his I stole his band pass. The, I was like, Mom, make Gannada. He was like, Ganna, but make Galavan in a Vela. I was like, Galavan, I took off the clip and I took it. I have it in the video, I put it in the video. So, and then, like, then what I realized was, like, 2 days ago, there was a certain event at his house, and my dad was there with him.
Right.
And I didn't know that. And he told me some cool things that I didn't know that my dad was a cool person, if you know what I mean. He was a cool. I was like, wow, he's that cool. Nice.
Right. As I said to you yesterday, I went to like Whirlwind's very early concerts, like they're like first or second, like very early concerts when they were like formed by Whirlwind, and
When they were like doing Mind Bend and all.
yeah, and then they had this album, Singhali's album, no Vedana album. They released it in Torana. I remember going to Torana and buying that album actually back in the day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I probably still have it in back home, that album.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get Merlin. Isha, I'm sorry to say this, but they're working on new material, so I'm waiting till this is out.
So Sali, what's your message to the viewers?
To the viewers, well, first of all, I want to apologize, saying because that I didn't put a lot of content these days because okay, I was going through a hard time and I couldn't focus that much. I lost my job because of Corona, but thankfully I'm working again. And like within lockdown, like me and Channa discussed, like mental health was a serious issue for me, and now it's all going perfect. I'm getting better. Like I've done a lot of things to improve myself. And for the viewers, I would say is don't take these things seriously, guys. Like enjoy a little, like let the people who are new, like let everyone do a contribution, like just live, love life, like that's all. I mean, like just think of music as a safe way of getting high. Like I think I even have it. Oh yeah, I have it, like legit, I have it on my wall. It says music is a safe way of high. Let me just how do I flip the camera? Like think of this and think of this and just chill and just enjoy life.
Right.
Like don't take things too seriously. And yeah, that's pretty much I have to say to the viewers.
Right. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Yes, a lot of people actually. First of all, Channa, yeah, thank you for doing this podcast in Sri Lanka. This is going to help out people get their message to others. And I'm actually gonna once this is over, just I'm gonna get just send me some clips so I can put this on SL, bro, because I want to give you my support as well. I want to give some of my view base to you as well.
Right.
So let's do that in my channel. And thanks for Misha from Whirlwind. He has been helping a lot of people come into the scene. He's been doing like even without him, I wouldn't even have done the dark light. Like I would have done the dark light, but it would have been very more harder for me. Like he helped me,
Mm.
and he helps a lot of bands like and all. And Pubuduaya from Surya Brothers, Jerick, Sachi, and Rusiroya from Nefert, and he taught me how to play the guitar as well. And a lot of people like even if I do not mention your name, just please know that I haven't forgotten you. It's just that when I'm doing a video, I have a lot going through, and
Yeah.
I do weird shit like square rooting the number 7. That's what I do for fun. So like a lot of people who has been in the scene, like a lot of people who have helped me, and I've seen people helping each other, and it's a good community that we have in Sri Lanka, and even in hip hop, even in the hip hop industry. Like if you take for example like Freaky J, it was actually Freaky J, who is a hip hop producer, that who made the drum track for Vāna and sent me the basic one. The next one I got it done from Necrophiliac Orgasm, like professionally. But
Mm.
for us to make the song, he was the one who I went to his house and he spent the whole. This was a subject that he never touched, and he made a repetitive drum track for us to like compose our music. So uh, people who are in the music industry, they help out a lot, help each other out, like do whatever you can, buy local music, like help. And also Silence of Loud is also now in a competition, and there's this app you can download. If you watch my video, I'm going to make a video on how to do it, and like support local music, buy people's merch, watch local YouTubers videos, like watch podcasts, listen to podcasts, because we are spending our time, we are spending our money to do videos for you guys, and we would really appreciate if you can like watch it, like share. Like there's a share button for a reason, like because it's a friend. Like you can show your support to a friend by sharing, share their local business, share what they're doing, and just don't get triggered over random things, like just chill, like because like if you get triggered, it's just that you're wasting your time. And yeah, like many more things, blah blah. And that's what I would like to say. Just enjoy life.
Right. So, Sali, I'm glad that we did this. Really enjoyed talking to you.
I enjoy talking to you as well, and I believe that I got a word out as well.
Right, right. Yeah. So, looking
Oh,
forward
and
to,
one more thing.
yeah,
Yeah, one more thing about Vana. We are working on an EP.
looking forward to
We are
that.
working.
So, yeah, so looking forward to that. You putting out new music and then enjoy your, also your memes.
It's mostly akka memes. Like you know what akka memes are, right?
What that mean?
Akka memes are like why akkas are better than nangis. why
Okay.
why you should always date akkas. Like
Oh,
that
okay,
that's the
okay.
memes I do.
So that is the SL dating memes or something, right?
Yeah, I'm also doing a dating group as well. So if anyone wants to join it, you can join. It's called Sri Lankan Dating Memes. So maybe you can find the correct partner. Because of this group, people actually get married, and I know them as well because of Facebook groups.
Right.
People get into relationships. People are getting married. So if you want to find your significant other through Facebook, this is the group. And I'm also having a fight with another group, the original group. It was called Subtle Sri Lankan Dating, and I was trolling them, and they kicked me out yesterday from the group.
So, Sali, tell them how they can follow you and the band.
Yes. So what you can do is you can go to my channel, because Vāna is managed by SL Bro YouTube channel, and you can go to SL Bro YouTube channel, and you can just type Vāna the Dark Light concept video on YouTube, or you can go to my channel and look in for that video, and you have all our Vāna, the what you call the Facebook, the Instagram, the Bandcamp, and the link for Shahara.com. You can support local music by buying their track. Yeah, and you can buy this on Shahara.com as well. So like you're supporting local artists by giving it into a local business as well. So you're supporting a local business and you're supporting a local artist at the same time. And this is for Vana, and I'm also doing some other projects where you can follow me personally on my Instagram at Sri Lankan Groove, or you can just add me up on Facebook at Sali Liyanage. And also I'm doing a second YouTube channel. I don't think you have heard about this. Yeah, it's I'm doing Sinhala vlogging, and once I'm able to afford a GoPro, I'm going to start motor vlogging in Sri Lanka. So I'm going to do vlogging about motorcycles and motorcycle reviews, like how to ride safely, how to talk with the police, like if they give you a shit time, like how to respect them. So you can follow me on that. My YouTube channel is SL Bro. That's my main channel, and my second channel is called Sali 57. The band I'm in is called Vāna. You can follow us on Bandcamp, Shehara.com, Instagram, Facebook, and you can follow, of course, SL Bro on Facebook as SL Bro, or you can add me up on Facebook. And yeah, that's how you can contact me, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channels. And also make sure you subscribe to Channa's Channa 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 vlogs, like money, money, money. So Channa 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 podcast on YouTube, and you follow him on Spotify, because like having Spotify is actually a business. So it's just not to put out music and listen to music. Is you're actually supporting the bands, you're supporting the artists, and you're supporting people who make podcasts as well. The current microphone he's using, he didn't get it for free. Like he has to invest it. So you make sure you listen to their podcast, and you can get to know new things. You can get to know things that you didn't know. So that's how you can support local creators, content creators.
Yeah. So Sali, thank you. So let's talk again when you have your new EP. So stay safe and stay metal.
Thank you. Take care.